Hey guys, good evening. Welcome. Happy Sunday. Nice to be here with you. I'm going to do some live meditation tonight. I try to be here every Sunday to do some meditating with you. If we've met before, peace, blessings, welcome. My name is Kalen. And we're going to start tonight with just a little bit of breathing and chanting. I brought my drum, so settle in, get cozy. I'm just going to see if we can tap into our spiritual energy together, shall we? So I'm going to start with some mantra. Just let the noise wash through you. Om Sarva Mangala Mangalaye Shive Savita Swarike Shanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Sarva Mangala Mangalaye Shive Savita Swarike Shanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Sarva Mangala Mangalaye Shive Savita Swarike Shanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Om Sarva Mangala Mangalaye Shive Savita Swarike Shanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Om Namah Shivaya 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 Om Sarva Mangala Mangalaye Shive Savita Swarike Shanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Om Sarva Mangala Mangalaye Shive Savita Swarike Shanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Sarva Mangala Mangalaye Shive Savita Swarike Shanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute Sarva Mangala Mangalaye Shive Savita Swarike Shanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. I need some water. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello, Captain JC, Alwyn, King, Trevor. Nice to have you all here today. Blessings. And if you're watching this later, blessings. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Carlos, namaste. I love mantra. The word mantra itself means stiller of the thought waves of the mind. And I think all of us struggle with how active and sometimes frustrating our minds can be. That Our minds can feel like a turbulent sea, a whirlwind of emotions and thoughts, and they don't always feel helpful. In fact, our minds can sometimes feel like they're guiding us into uncomfortable or sometimes even destructive places. Just this morning, I had that happen for me where somebody was saying something and they intended it to be a compliment, but it triggered this nasty response in me where I was suddenly aware of areas of trauma, areas where I haven't healed and worked through. And I responded in a way that was very emotional. My mind wasn't being my friend. My mind was drawing me into a trauma response. Take a deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Take a deep breath. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. And allow your mind's eye to just drop. Feel your awareness sinking down deeper into your body. Our minds are powerful, powerful tools. They allow us to achieve great things. But they're just that, they're tools. They're phenomenal what they're able to do, the complexity of our minds. And they can help us achieve great success in the world, but we can also become a prisoner to our minds. We can sometimes feel like they're hostile spaces. I had someone email me this week asking if I could talk about how mindfulness can help when competitiveness takes over in their mind, the need to outrace everyone, to be the best, to win. And I so resonate with that. I often have those feelings come up for myself too. When, as long as we identify and live within the mind, we see it as being who we are subject to its whims, to its follies. And one of the things we endeavor to do through our spiritual work is to let go of this mind stuff and come into a more embodied heart space, belly space, pelvic space, where we don't think so much as find the tranquility that dwells within. Because once we get past our mind, once we get past our emotions, we settle into the great I am, the part of us that connects with the oversoul or the collective consciousness of the universe. And that I am space is one of intense joy, peace, and direct perception. It's a very different space from the fluctuations of the mind. For those of you who are just joining, welcome. Johnny, Travis, welcome. Glad to have you. David. When competitiveness rears its head, we're caught up in the moment, we're caught up in the happenings around us. We're not tapping into that deep confidence and joy that dwells within. When we're caught up in a trauma response like I had this morning, where I got really upset. And I was aware I was getting upset at nothing. They weren't insulting me. They were actually saying something very nice. my mind was not helpful. But I was grateful that what got illuminated for me were areas of attention that need attention, areas where I can grow and heal more. But when I can settle into that deeper space within my body, especially my heart, especially deep within the heart, then the thoughts are so much less troublesome. What happens out here and up here matters less. Because when I dwell in this space, everything just flows. Doesn't mean I don't experience pain. It doesn't mean that I don't get frustrated. It doesn't mean that I'm not still deeply engaged with this world and what's happening into it. But it's like there's this quiet reassurance that everything's okay. All is well. John, I hear you. Yeah. A teacher of mine used to repeat all the time, where the focus goes, the energy goes. What you dwell upon will grow. And there's that delicate dance we have to do where we want to be aware of our shortcomings. We want to be aware of where we need to heal and grow. But if we dwell on it too much, they start to become more central to our identity. They can get more power. But at the same point, we don't want to ignore them. We don't want to go around them or pretend like they don't exist. We don't want to repress. We don't want to do spiritual bypassing, they call it. So for me today, my trauma response was around sex and sexuality. Many of you have probably heard stories I've shared about my journey with accepting sex and sexuality, and it's something I'm still very much on. It's still something that makes me really uncomfortable a lot of the time. You know, it's rare that I have an experience that involves sex and sexuality that is just joyful and easy and flowing when it involves another person besides my husband or isn't just with myself. And when this person today made this comment about wanting to do something to my body, and I kind of flipped, I was like, whoa, what is this about? And I saw these echoes of not wanting to be dominated, not wanting to give up my power, not to be in a vulnerable space with somebody who I don't know and trust and feel safe with. Fear, a lot of fear. Moments in my life where I have felt trapped and helpless, which for much of my youth was an experience I had very deeply on a daily basis. All of that came into the surface. And so it becomes this delicate dance for me of not wanting to repress it and say that's not real, it's not happening, don't focus on that. Just follow your breath. But also maintaining a space of acknowledging, saying, hey, it looks like you've got some work to do here. It looks like you've got some work to heal, to find greater safety, to find greater peace. Maybe you have some more exploring to do. In the meantime, let go, sink in, reconnect with that peace inside. Reconnect with your heart. The state of consciousness to which I'm referring is beyond mind, beyond thinking, beyond even emotions. It is a quiet joy. It is a resilient space within that is unaffected by the tides of the thoughts and feelings and experiences we have. It is a space of love, of peace, of awareness, of bliss. And it dwells within each of us. Can you breathe into your center, the center of your chest, and feel that area? Can you feel your heart start to open as you breathe? Can you feel the peace of your inner self taking over? Can you find this bubble of calm amidst the chaos of the world and our life and our bodies? And then can you grow this space so it takes up more room? Can you feel this reservoir of tranquility fill greater space both within you and around you? Can you let go of what's going on out here and reorient yourself to in here? And we're going to just sit in silence for a few minutes, and your goal is to just breathe into the center of your chest and really strive to feel it open. Allow your consciousness to truly take root here and blossom. And if you need something to help keep your mind focused, I recommend a mantra. We've been talking about mantra today. That means I am that. I am that pure awareness within. It's a very simple mantra. It's so hum, so hum, so on the breath in, hum on the breath out. Bring your awareness back to your heart. So, take a deep breath in. Let it out. Take a deep breath in. Let it go slowly. Inhale. Slow exhale. One more time. And just breathe. Our minds are wonderful tools, but we don't want them running our lives. If they run our lives, then we are subject to the fluctuations of our mind, which are many and plentiful. They are many highs, many lows, many vortexes swirling everything about. But when we can just be quiet and connect with our deeper self, then we find something truly wonderful. So we work to heal what we can. We try to let go of what we cannot. And we always come back to this idea of the deeper self. We always come back to this notion that who we truly are isn't up here. It's in here. So hopefully this is just a little helpful guided meditation for you on your journey. Notice how you feel after these 20-some minutes. Do you feel like you've connected with something deeper? Do you feel like it helps you understand a little bit what's going on for you? I'm grateful for my mindfulness practice because without it, I wouldn't even be aware that I was having an emotional response or that I was being triggered or that some old wound was being exposed. I just would have continued to respond in an unkind way, unkind to me, unkind to other people. But to have the awareness, even as that difficult stuff is happening, even as that response is happening, to say, oh, I can do better. I can do better. I'm not doing better right now, but I don't need to say these things. It's not a good idea. If you can maintain even that awareness, then it's a pretty good space to be in. Thank you for who sent the request for the topic. Rob, I believe he was one of our guests on our retreat this past weekend in Vermont, about the idea of when those obtrusive thoughts come up, like competitiveness, how do we deal with them? If you ever have a topic you'd like me to address, do not hesitate to shoot me a DM or an email. I'm always happy to take suggestions. And if you ever have a request for an edited video, please do the same. If you want to hear more about what's going on with me, get it behind the scenes, and a first look at videos before they go live on YouTube, you can join me over on Patreon. And if you ever need more direct support, do not hesitate to reach out to me for one-on-one coaching. Thank you all who've been here in the live chat since I last checked in. Fabio, Toti, John, Frank, thank you all so much for being here. Take a moment, just notice how you feel after these few minutes of mindfulness and spiritual work. Notice if anything's shifted or changed for you. And please feel free to share this channel with anyone for whom you think they'd find value. I really do strive to offer new perspectives and things for us to think about and to say, hey, we're all messy. We're all on this crazy planet trying to figure things out as we go. But sometimes some new perspectives can help us on that journey and help us be there for one another. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your heart. Thank you for your love. It's a pleasure to share space with you. Have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, wherever you are in the world. Much love and blessings. Good night.